Welcome to the weekend show, ladies and gentlemen. You know what the fuck's going on, Tony? Whole lot of gang shit. Fuck with your boys, man. Cash Leaders, Mediumjay. Make sure you check it out. Apparently, AMG or Sony Music or some big label exec deleted my Ops, the mixtape. It's volume 8, the third track. It was Bohemian Rhapsody, right? It was a parody of Queen's version of Bohemian Rhapsody. Which is funny. That's the one song out of all of my music has been that I've been parodying that actually got like banned off of YouTube. I tried to make a claim. I'm trying to make a claim. I'm fighting it. I want it to get back up. It's a series of parody songs, not making any money off of it. But if the person, the rights holder or whatever, which is funny because fucking Queen, the lead singer, Queen, Freddie Mercury has a quote where it's like, I actually don't care if you use my music or remix it or whatever. Just don't make it boring, right? And Ops, the mixtape volume 8 was when we had Katy Perry in space, right? It's a classic, instant classic. I put it up on X, so follow Cash Leaders on X.com/Cash Leaders. Basically Twitter is Zitter. I put it up there as a video. I'm if that even gets banned, I got multiple other ways of doing this. And if all else fails, I'm gonna open up a website for all my banned things. It'll just be, I don't know, cashleadersband.com or something like that, and it'll be. But I don't think it'll ever get to that, because that's the moment they realize, oh shit, like YouTube and like Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and all that. The moment they realize, oh shit, this guy's gonna go do his own thing. He's going off the farm. Like bring him back in and give him a nice little plot of land so that he's still under our wing, right? That's just how it goes. But I've been kicked, This week I've been taking L's, Started with that. I went to the bank today. Trying to get a credit card. I just wanted to see. They say like, yo, you have to build your credit with a credit card, right? You can't get good credit without a credit card. So it's like, all right, getting my best going, my credit card's going. I could just get a credit card going so I could get my credit back in good standing or whatever. Been making my payments. I paid off a lot of debts that I've had for years. I thought, maybe now's the time. And this girl, this like Filipino girl that I was talking to, she's just like, she's giving me the rundown on it, and I was trying to ask, like, I don't understand how, if I have, okay, and they if I have a credit card, I have it, I make a payment with the credit card, and I immediately pay it. They're like, well, there's no history. You have to have a bill to get it and then get billed and then pay it. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense, man. Like, yo, if every single time this guy is paying for whatever, like, this is what bothers me about credit. It's like, they're like, well, you have these accounts open, but since there's like it's like a perfect sweet spot to paying off your credit cards or your loans or your whatever bills. And it's somehow, if it's always on time, okay, great, he's always on time, he's just doing that. If it's a day late or it's a day early, they look at you like, like it's like they're like, well, like, you're suspecting me of some bullshit. And it's like, if I go out and I buy a drink from the store with my own money, they go, well, that's useless. The credit card history thing doesn't matter. They're like, okay, so you pay it with your credit card. They're like, great. Now, the moment you pay it back before that bill gets to you, they're like, well, it doesn't exist. Like, it's like that transaction didn't happen. And I go, if I just put money onto the credit card, say I have a balance of available credit, right? You gave me a $500 limit, but I put another, say I put $5,000 down, and they're like, it just has no effect whatsoever. I go, yeah, but I gave the credit card companies money, right? This is what pisses me off about, and this is like, I was going through like all these different abstract scenarios. Obviously, I'd never fucking just throw five G's down on a credit card and just let it sit there. But I was like, how does that not make sense? Where it's like, if I'm a working guy, we did the rundown of all of my thing, but it's just because my credit score is bad. But if I was a kid out of high school with no credit, going into fucking college or university, taking on thousands and tens of thousands of dollars of debt, you guys would approve me for a $2,000 credit card. And you couldn't do, and she's like, yeah, doesn't make sense. And I go, it's because this whole thing's a Ponzi scheme. Like, I was like, your bank and then this whole credit system and everything is not real, man. It's not real. You guys would be able to give me a loan if I showed you my accounts on my investment accounts. You guys would be, but it's because I'm not holding. If I took my investments out and put it into a mutual fund with you guys, you probably would, my credit would be A-okay right now. But it pisses me off because I was like, you guys won't, like, I have what, $1,800. I just got paid, right? $1,800 sitting in my check-ins. And I'm like, I'll just take like a $500. Oh, it's only $1,000, right? And this and that, and we did the rundown, and still, I'm like, you can't give me a $1,000 credit card for whatever reason. Even though I have the money, you know, I'm good for it. I've been working for the last year. Everything checks out. We did the rundown on my monthly expenses. I have 2 G's to spend every month, which is great. My expenses are low and everything. I don't spend a lot of money, and it's like, man, I might as well just do whatever I want. Like, it's like, how is my credit still? It's been as bad as it is if I was just like a 21-year-old kid in Vegas, right? I think it probably would have been better actually in Vegas, right? I don't know, man. You know, spending all willy-nilly. I just go like, yo, you guys aren't willing to give me, and she's like, yeah, it doesn't make sense, right? And she was going on, she's like, you got to what's the key components of credit card is like, you have to have an account of liabilities and you have to pay certain things, but it's like your phone bill can give you credit. And I was like, okay, what about if I pay insurance? Every you know, I'm paying insurance. They're like, nah. I'm like, but why? Like, why is it that the phone is a month-to-month expense and the insurance is a month-to-month expense for the most part, or yearly, whatever you're insuring, right? She's like, nah. She just started laughing, and I go, but why? Like, if someone had to just one day have a sliding rule of like what gives you credit, what doesn't, and it doesn't make sense. And she literally was like, yeah, it's the system and how we operate, and it doesn't really make sense because I have the mortgage in my house, you know, my house is in my name, my mortgage, all my credit card bills, all this stuff, and I'm always making routine payments and all this stuff. I have all these accounts open up. But my husband has one credit card, it's $500 limit, and his credit's fucking way better than mine. And I went, huh, yeah. Because I'm like, a good credit just means you're able to get a better loan that eventually will fuck you up. So it's like they're betting on whether or not they're gonna fuck you up. Like, it's a very sketchy thing, because I go, listen, I obviously wouldn't say this on the record. Any fucking police watcher, obviously this is a joke. But if I walked into with a gun, you know what I mean? Doesn't matter fuck all about my credit card history or credit reports or credit checks. I'm getting way more than a couple $1,000s from these fucking banks, you know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, you know, the obviously what happens afterwards, but they would approve of it. They would approve of my fucking, let me just get a loan real quick. Hey, I'm gonna be real with you. Real with you, fucking Christine. Let me get my fucking money. It's my money. I want it now. Oh yeah, here's my card. Yeah, let me just punch in my. Hold on, let me just make. Oh, it's facial recognition. Just show my face. I think it's fucking stupid, man. I think it's all just a part. It's all part of the illusion. Because if the fucking girl that works at the bank somehow her husband, but it's like the Nancy Pelosi effect, right? It's like I'm so deep in this bullshit that it's got me. I'm the puppet, but my husband, some dummy that they don't ever suspect, he's the guy running it. He's the guy that's, doing all. So, all the bullshit is in his name, right? All the weird things, and it's like, all right, Nancy Pelosi's husband, go make these trades, make these magical fucking investments that always fucking hit, right? It's like the wife of the guy that owns the casino always wins. Always, whatever she's betting on always hits, right? And you're like, yeah, she's just a lucky girl in case anyone ever wants it. But he's really just washing money, and he's pulling some strings and fucking around her. He just tells his wife, hey, go on that machine right there. That machine's about to hit. That being said, right, I am angry with the credit cards. I'm angry with the people that created it. I'm angry also because here's the thing. If you just have the money, right, they're going to approve you for a loan. You have $7,000, they're going to approve you for a fucking $5,000 loan. You have $30,000, they're going to approve you for a thing. But a mortgage too, if you have 30, they're going to take it. They're going to just take it. You got $30,000 and you want a $150,000 home. They're going to fucking take it. You know why they're going to take it? Because they want fucking money, man. I'm so pissed. This is what the whole thing is like. It's an illusion of like, ooh, we're not going to give you a credit card, and ooh, we're not going to do, and you're going to go, well, okay, I want to buy this capital. And they're always going to, because they could always just take the house back. You know what I mean? You get a house or a car, they could just take that shit back. You know what I'm saying? So it really angers me because, and here's the weird thing that she said. She's from the Philippines. She said, once I was from, newcomers get everything. They gave me like 10 credit cards, right? Just coming over from the Philippines. And I was like, the whole system, the moment you understand how the game plays, they go, well, you're going to have to be set. You're going to get the hard difficulty, right? The moment you turn 30 and you've been working and you're reliable and this and that, and they go, what can we do? We're not going to help you. We're not going to give you any a chance. It's, my credit inches up. I go, how the fuck does it inch up when in reality I could fuck it up? You know what I mean? I fucked it up for 10 years. And in this year I started actually trying to turn it around. And it was like 470. Now my credit's at 544, which is horrible. Don't get me wrong. But it's also not real. It's not real. I don't think it's real. I don't think it's, because I didn't do anything from last month to this month, or 2 months ago, or whatever, 3 months ago when I checked it. I go, how did I fucking gain 80 points? Maybe I paid off a little bit of more towards what I had, but I don't know, man. I feel as though it's not real. I feel like it's some weird thing where it's like it's the magical island, right? Where all your troubles just go away. Once you hit retirement, you'll have a pension and a mystical thing, and all of your ailments will just suddenly disappear. You got good credit. Now you're approved for $50,000. Come and take this. Hey, it's a big bag of money. It's a big bag of money. You know, you can pay it back. Your credit's so good. You can pay it back. You know, what? You go to like furniture, like shady furniture loan thing where they're like, don't have to pay till the year 2027, and you know, I'd say like 2027. That's almost 2 years from now. I don't have to pay for 2 years, because they're betting damn well that you forget. You just come on. Hopefully he forgets that he owes this, because the interest is the money where they make. The salespeople make money off of the interest. They get paid. It's basically hand over cash fist. It doesn't matter if you pay it. It's already like a guy selling cars and selling things and working on commission. They get paid from the weird deal that, and the longer it takes for you to pay it back, the more interest they can apply to that principal loan. So it's so predatory, right? And obviously I don't know much about it. I don't know much about but it's real people that understand the finance go, it's fucked. It's not even really attached to anything. Because I asked the girl, I go, once we got off the gold standard, isn't it like, are we in like, should we attach it to the money? Because essentially it's, I think in reality our money is attached to loans. I think our money is attached to loans, because all of the car salesmen, all of the, you know, everything that is worth anything, it probably has a loan attached to it, right? It's like it's essentially Dumb and Dumber, where he just went around giving IOUs to everybody because he couldn't pay them back, right? Here's an IOU to the, you know, ooh, this is an IOU because we spent, it's all the money's gone. It's like having no money in a safe, because our money doesn't really exist. The funny thing is, poor people use cash most of the time, but these like rich people don't use cash. Like real rich people don't even use their own money. It's some weird elaborate, you know, kickback. So they got this fucking credit card that's magically giving them whatever percent back in cash. They fucking spend enough money, they get this amount of money. They use that to pay that, carry that loan into the next month, and they constantly just revolve. And then once the whole year is all said and done, they go and they just go, all right, make some more payments to the. It's a weird thing. Like, I watched a YouTube video of a few years back. I watched this guy, and he explained how, like, you can, if you're really good with credit and your credit card history and everything like that, they just give you shit. They give you shit. There's like you get the points back, and then you get the cash back, and you get rewards, and you get this deal here at that store there. You know, you get these things that can accumulate. It's like it becomes the coupon savings like that. And the guy, I don't even know what the guy did. He was like maybe just a YouTuber, but he was like some Asian guy that just goes like, this is like, you know, it takes a lot of time to really figure out the exact card and everything like that. But it's like, if you treat that like your job, like you could literally just bank your money. You're banking money off of money you spend. You're just banking your own money. And I wish I fucking kind of took it in, but I was just like, yeah, this isn't real. Like, it's like this weird exclusive deal. You got the, you know, the elite membership card that lets you, every purchase you make lets you travel over here, and then you go use those business travel miles to go do actual business somewhere. And someone's like, wow, I'm glad you showed up to this meeting in Thailand or something like that, and you go and you make an actual business. All the money you made from that deal that you got from said points that you were spending, it's like you're constantly, you paid one time, but after that one time you now have enough money to always just keep it circling. Like it's like a hamster wheel or something. It's constantly going, whether you're sleeping or not. It's just constantly going. That's honestly what I think is it pisses me off. Like it's literally the rich don't get richer. The rich it's a multiplier. It's like if you're fighting somebody and they constantly get these fucking Mortal Kombat finishers off, and you're like, how the fuck? And you're like, all right, now it's a new game, and you're like, all right, it's a new game, and your guy already starts off at no health, and he's like, he just has to touch you once, right? That's what I feel like the rich people have this giant. It's game. The system's always geared towards rich people. So whichever way they go, it's the money's gonna be there. The money's gonna be there. The exclusive benefits, the luxury memberships, and it really bothers me because, like, it's like, even if you have good ideas, if you're like in a third world country, if you have good ideas or this or it's like nothing really like it doesn't matter how many fucking lost like revolutionary world changing ideas just because the guy was born into poverty. How it's probably untold amounts of ridiculous ideas. I doubt that we're living in the best timeline because there's probably a whole lot of people that have incredible thought-provoking inventions and innovative ideas, but they just happen to be working in Elon Musk's fucking mine. Working in Africa, it's working away slave labor, man. It sucks. It fucking sucks, man. Well, moving on. Lighten up on the subjects of, we'll transition from credit card history to apparently Marc Maron from the WTF podcast. He finished his podcast. He's been going at the Rogan sphere. He's been going at Rogan for quite a bit, and it's funny, man, because I didn't really know the beef that was boiling up, but it's like Marc Maron's a funny guy. But he is also kind of like he seems like a pseudo intellectual. Like he seems that when he has ideas, and honestly, Joe Rogan is in. You listen to yourself talk a lot, talk enough times, you do enough podcasts, you can kind of trick yourself into thinking you're a genius. There's a lot of times when I think I'm utterly fucking, I'm like a philosopher of our time. I'm a modern day fucking Immanuel Kant. I don't know if I'm a modern day Socrates, right? But I know deep down that I don't really know much. There's a lot of books when I read books and I go, holy shit, I do not know any of the intricacies and even the details. Even when I read a book about a well-informed person, I go, where do you even start? Like, I'm trying to write a book and there's so many times when I'm just in a pitfall. It's tough. That being said, Marc Maron was going off of how the whole Rogan sphere is kind of like they're using, like, it's like anti-woke comedy has become hack. And I see where he's coming from. It's a point. It's definitely like those guys in Texas kind of they've been circle jerking themselves for a long time. They've been doing the same old comedy routine, right? And it's getting old, right? There's only so many times you can watch Kill Tony and then go, all right, well, I kind of heard everything, right? We'll listen back next year and see if and they do comedy shows all the time, and Joe Rogan does fucking podcasts 5 times, and it's funny though, because I remember, I think it was like last week, he kind of ripped open that kind of seam and going like, I don't care about this thing, but he's dedicated a solid good 10-15 minutes in multiple podcasts about Marc Maron going off and how I guess he made he made Theo Von crash out, and he's like, he can't be doing this stuff. He's a jealous dweeb, and he's a loser and all this stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, Marc Maron, he's just crazy and this and that. But here's the thing. This is like one of the clips from I just gotta play Marc Maron's clip from his special, right? And it's like it's a pretty good special. I guess it's got like 7.9 stars out of 10, 7.9, whatever rating, which is pretty good. It's almost 8. You know what I mean? Which is more than most for comedy specials. Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn, what's his name? Tony Hinchcliffe. They're not good at doing specials. They're good at talking shit, which is apparently a very big difference, right? I love Big J Okerson, but him just constantly doing crowd work all the time is like, it's almost like it's like, buddy, man, just listen to the last 2 years of your podcasts, tighten up everything that you've ever done, and come out with something that everybody can enjoy your premises on, and just slightly tweak the bits. But again, I'm a rapper, right? And if I made nothing but singles and I constantly just did shows all the time and I didn't do fucking albums, I'd be like, yo, I'm not doing a service to what I'm actually supposed to do. I'm partying with the shows are the parties with the bitches. You know what I mean? You have nigga dancing in your videos, you know, having bitches all dancing up in your videos, you know what I mean? Talking on every track. Take that, you know. You're doing you're doing Hollywood without Hollywood, you know. That's what the guys in Texas are doing. So this is what Marc Maron, and I hate Mark Norman too, by the way. But Mark Norman's catching strays, man. Mark, you normal ass nigga Norman, he's so lame. I was thinking about it the other day. I'm like, yo, Mark Norman isn't funny. He's like, been with, you know. The other day I was with a black chick. Black chick are weird. Black women are weird. Go down on her and you're like, oh, there's a popped up as an afro. Comedy. It's like, buddy, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, man. You're stupid. You're fucking lame. You don't take chances. You don't take risks. You know, just because you say stuff and I might just say the N-word. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Let me just britch up my knickers. Comedy. Yeah. You're a half-ass fucking Mark. The other guy, not Mark. We're talking about Marc Maron, but Mark Norman is a half-ass Norm Macdonald, and honestly, with no charisma, you know, none of the I'm gonna get into this, and I'm gonna sit down comfortably and indulge in actual good material. Mark Norman, you stink. You phony. But here's Marc Maron, right? For all the niggas out there, you know, there's a lot of white people. I'm been deep in this is my white side coming out. This is weird, intricate white people shit, which is white people beef. And it's so lame. Honestly, it kind of sucks, but you know, we'll play it.
I think if Hitler were alive today, he'd probably appear on Theo Vaughn's podcast. And Theo would be like, see, y'all did a lot of meth, right? I mean, all the Nazis were all fucked up on meth, right, Hitler? That shit'll make you crazy, dog. I did some meth once. I was up for 3 days, and then I ate a live bird. No shit, Hitler, a live bird, bro. Hey, Hitler, he probably didn't even hate the Jews. That was just the meth making you crazy, dog. Hey, Hitler.
It's a good impression.
To all the Jews right now on my show. No, I get it.
That's a good impression, man. You want to apologize right now? No, I get it. He did like Mark Maron did Theo Vaughn pretty well, to the point where Theo Vaughn, I guess, is crashing out. He's having trouble. Here's the thing, like, if you're part of a zeitgeist of the internet thing, you're famous, someone does a good impression of you, like, that's like people, you know, you do Jamie Foxx impression, you know, Mike Tyson, people want to do like Jerry Seinfeld, people once you're big enough, that's how you know you made it. Like, Theo Vaughn's a big character, right? And that was a good impression, but You know, and then Joe Rogan had to go, well, his whole comedy relied on being the impression of doing Theo Von carried way. It's funny, man. Impressions are funny. It's funny. It was a funny thing. Having Hitler sit down with Theo Von and have Theo Von just kind of, you know, it's funny. It's not, I don't know, man. It's like, you could sit back in the audience and go, Hitler would never want, he wouldn't have been on. You know, it's a joke, man. And I think, like, yo, these guys, man, in Texas, suddenly, they turned Texas into some bullshit Hollywood thing, right? That's like they're going to be the new Hollywood, right? And Joe Rogan is constantly talking shit on Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, right? And the governor, if you look in the governor of Texas, this Frank Abbott guy, this governor, he's a dud. He's a dummy. Like, he's literally, like, if you listen to him talk for more, like, everybody's fed up with the actual governor of Texas. But Joe Rogan hasn't said shit about it. I didn't even know I didn't even know there was a governor, right? Until you actually look into this stuff and you go, at least Senator Governor Gavin Newsom was a, he's like, he listened to him speak. He's a well-to-do speaker. And he's been going on a run. Dude, it's crazy that the governor of California is like, I can't wait to meet Joe. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get me in a room with that nigga for 2.5 hours. Like, he's doing that shit. He's doing podcast rounds. Like, yo, I heard Joe's gonna be here though. Where he's got the binoculars on. Where Joe at though? It's crazy, man. This is like, and in I don't know, to put my head into Joe's for a second, my brain inside Joe's body. Joe, listen for a second. You made it. Whatever you're, like, it's gonna be big. It's this thing. I don't know what you have with the California. You hate on California. You used to live there, buddy. California made you who you were. California gave you the deals, right? You got the fucking deals from California. So whatever you, like a girlfriend that, you know, taught you how to fuck, but then left you brokenhearted or whatever, and changed up on you. Whatever it is, have this guy on, but have also the loser, the actual, and then just let him play it up. You don't even have to do it. Let him debate the other guy and go, listen, what, you know, or have an actual person like Dave Smith talk about Gavin, talk to, you know, Dave Smith and Gavin Newsom, and that way, because Joe Rogan, you're the moderator. You're great at, you know, letting really smart people talk on your platform. It's a shame because you never had me. You never had a real nigga on, but that's neither here nor there. I think personally, it's wild because you could listen to Joe Rogan and get gaslit into that ideology. Now, I listen to him all the time. I listen to multiple podcasts, but everybody has their own way of thinking. And I like science podcasts. I like financial podcasts. I like, you know, there's not really like a physics. It's more science, but I like listening to like fucking just every now and then I'll listen to fucking, you know, Japanese fucking language talk. Just a Japanese girl talking in her language. And I don't know shit, dude. I don't know nothing. I've just listened to a girl talk to her and her friends. And it's boring. Because I can't tell what the hell's going on. But I could know when they're laughing. And I go, oh, something was funny said. You know what I mean? And every now and then I'll go, oh, that's a house. She's talking about house right there. You know, I sound like sensei. Oh, teacher. Okay, there we go. I caught that one little thing. But it's funny, man. The internet is weird. Because it hosts a lot of ideas. It's definitely not all of them. There's some motherfucker on the ranch somewhere having some crazy guy. That's what I say. You know, some guys like you know, in some third world country that can't have access to the internet, but he's out there spitting some real shit, right? Like there's some real motherfuckers out there, but they're just not on the internet, right? Because I think the internet, to be honest, has like it has a little bit of a filter. It has, well, let's be real, it has a big filter. There's a big filter, right? Because there's the web that is just the clear web, you know. And then there's the gray web, which I think I operate on the gray web, because every now and then it's what I says kind of breaks through, but for the most part I'm limited. They put a limiter on me in terms of like social media for sure. I used to, the problem with my social media is that I used to say some of the worst. I used to just workshop rape jokes. I wasn't a comedian. I wasn't trying to be a comedian. I would just try to workshop a good rape joke. I'm like, because they always go, it's a hard thing to do, right? Patrice O'Neill said it's fair. It's, you know, there are some good ones out there, but it's hard to do. I just and sometimes it was just garbage. Sometimes I'd wake up at 3 a.m. and just go, man, fuck this, you know, fuck whatever celebrity, and say, I'm gonna kill you. I would say that. And obviously, at 3 a.m., I'd probably go back to sleep. But I go, man, fuck that little midget, Peter Dinklage, man, fuck that nigga, man. I'll just say that, right? And now, obviously, hindsight's 2020. It was horrible to do that, career-wise, right? If you're looking at doing anything financially, it's probably why my credit's so bad. It's tough. It's tough to, if that's your kind of branding, to go walk it back, people go, oh, look, he lost his edge. Or if you keep going, you eventually end up like fucking Alex Jones, right? You end up like a guy that's just, you're in some weird corner market you're like in the dark web. Like someone has to fucking use some VPN to access the website to download your podcast, and once it's downloaded, the fucking link expires and it doesn't exist. You know, it's one of those weird, like, you have to travel down the rabbit hole, and it's like, I don't know, man. I like the idea of the Matrix and that guy that's just happy eating steak, right? Because there's a lot of people that are just happy, you know? Oh, my life's good, right? I can't complain, right? There's a lot of, I can't complain. And there's a lot of those fucking, that Get Out guy where the guy runs up to him and he's like, leave. And he's just crying, but he's like kind of smiling still because he's controlled by, leave. Like, I feel like if you do that too much, people just go, oh, what's going on, right? Oh, everything okay, buddy? Because we're operating in this headspace where life is not what it seems, right? We go to work every day so that we'll hopefully be able to buy, but houses are, you know, the prices of houses, this is what pisses me off. How is it that a house can make more money essentially every year than you, right? That house gets invested, you know, and that plot of land and that fucking house and everything is going up more, is getting promoted faster than you, right? Every year that shit makes an extra 10K on. It's an extra 10. Are you making an extra 10? You're making the exact same amount of money you made from fucking 5 years ago, right? Actually, it's less due to inflation, but fucking with inflation, this house is rising faster than your actual price. It's again, I don't understand it. I don't know if there needs to be more people that are able to build houses. I don't know. But I feel as though, like, the people that are building houses you can't afford them, right? It's just, it's some douchebag that's sitting he goes to a nice fancy restaurant in a big old hotel. He taps his phone a couple times and secures $2.3 million somehow. Dude. You know, we'll trade that, put a call option on that, put that there, and it's gone, right? and it's, you know, Nancy Pelosi's husband or some shit, right? I feel as though we're living in this time where I think it just gets worse. I think it just gets worse. It's good. We're as good as it can be, but it's definitely getting into that future age where you'll own nothing and be happy, and essentially it's beautiful, like luxury homes that will be renting out. Not even renting out. It'll just be like, it's like homeless shelter. Like, it's like, hey, this guy bought up every single piece of land in the city, right? And he doesn't even really want to charge you. He just takes kickbacks from the governments. He just allows them to fucking exist. He just allows people to exist, but he owns everything. He's got the monopoly board. He paid for the monopoly board. He got every single property on Monopoly. And he has some weird pseudo shady deal with the bank, and the bank goes, okay, every now and then we'll just hand you what you want, right? It's just hush hush. You go meet with your bank, and he goes, I'm thinking about charging everybody for, you know, he owns the bank's land underneath the bank, and he just thinking about charging guys. Just can you give me a little bit of, can you give me one of those fancy cards that, you know, that just has no limit? I'm going to Vietnam real soon. I'm going to impregnate several women. Several dozen women, right? I just want to spread my seed like Genghis Khan. I've got a picture of Genghis Khan in a velvet painting of him, and I just want to make love to a bunch of women, right? That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Rich people are. With that being said, we'll get back onto you know, politics in America is interesting. Bernie Sanders was just on Tim Dillon. And Tim Dillon, to me, is the only one that I think in the Rogan bubble that I actually appreciate, because he doesn't seem phony. He doesn't seem like he's masquerading as what the people want, or you become a shell of your character so much that you forgot how to wear the mask. Right? Every now and then you'll watch Batman, and you'll go, how the fuck is fucking the guy from Twilight doing Batman? And he does it kind of well, but every now and then you're watching and you're going, I don't think Batman would sit in the rain crying. You know what I mean? Every now and then they'll have Batman crying about his parents or something like that, and I go, bro, Batman, yo, first of all, you gave yourself a life of isolation. You know, Batman shouldn't be crying about, you know, this and that. Because Batman could go, I don't let anybody in, right? I don't let anybody into this, which is what, you know, just genius. But I always, when I got my guards up, I go, this is amazing, dude. I got my bubble. I'm in my fucking bubble. This is amazing. I never, even when all the bad things that happen, I go, that happened because I let my guard down, right? If you're Batman, you got that fucking walled guard that up, right? And he's just going around, I'm just beating up the Joker. I'm fucking up the Riddler. I'm slapping around fucking Harley Quinn. You know what I mean? I'm just doing, it's Batman's, like, he shouldn't be, I don't know. You go bashing the Penguin's head, and you sit back on your big mansion and you go, Alfred, get me a fucking beer, bud. We just fucking beat the shit out of Penguin, right? Now, I don't know, man, but it's definitely like also those shows, the superhero shows. They kind of they ran the time of like, do we need another Spider-Man? Because I think they already made another Spider, which is crazy. I haven't kept up with the new Spider-Man guy. I still visually only see it as the one episode, or the one movie. Maybe the second episode, the second movie I watched where he's fighting Mysterio, or Mysterion or whatever. But it's like you watch this and you go, okay. Is starting, you're like, how many, it has to be the villains that they have to bring in, because they have the same superheroes that are it's Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, Captain America. Right. What are we gonna Thor? We're gonna get Thor again? Hey, Iron Man. I know you said you're quitting, but we need you to come do another Iron Man. You know what? Actually, just show up in another dimension. Huh? Yeah, we're gonna do that, another dimension. Yeah, come on in there. Here's a whole lot of money, right? We just need to sell tickets, right? We just need, and this is what I hate about the whole industry, is that creativity, it doesn't reward creativity. Doing something new consistently is basically shooting yourself in the foot and hoping you'll get insurance money claim. Hopefully this shit will pay out, right? But in reality, doing something new and edgy, and Spider-Man had to have been a new idea sometime in the 50s, or sometimes in the 40s or whatever, the 1900s. Early on, Spider-Man, Superman, all those things, they were competing with each other. But now, there's the writers that can go work for this, or work, you can work for the same big tech companies and then go into a job for Google, and it's all good, and Google doesn't like you anymore, so you go into Microsoft and you tell Microsoft the secrets of Google, and it's this whole thing. We've gotten to a point where innovation and ingenuity is basically laughed at in the boardroom. Whenever someone has an idea, people go, "Ooh, but we've been doing it like this, and it's been working." And you go, "Yeah, it's working till it doesn't work, right? It works. You could do this. You can do unnecessary bullshit, and it will prevail 60-70% of the time. Or you could do risky ass shit that'll get you that ticket. It'll get you that fucking. You got a brand new thing, or it'll be a flop, right? The thing is, it's a 50-50, but when it does, it pays hand over cash because you've now secured a solid IP. There hasn't been any new superheroes lately. There hasn't been any new real characters strongly driven. People have been watching Dexter. I've been watching Dexter, but it's people, me. But they've been doing that same season. It's just Dexter. I watched a whole new thing. They got another one coming out, and I'm like, it's just Dexter. Uma Thurman plays a hit woman, right? Like she just played her assassin Kill Bill, basically, right? She just played that because we're not. Is Uma Thurman a washed up hag? Maybe, but she's doing the exact same thing. She hasn't taken any risks. Why? How is it that we're stifling creativity on all ends, and at the same time we look at people and we go, and we look at Asian markets. Asia's fucking comes out with K-pop Demon Hunters. Asians, Japanese, they come out with the greatest character, Naragi, I think, the last decade came from a complete Japanese show in Japan, Alice in Borderlands, and I didn't see any promotion in Canada. You know what I mean? In Canada, it was just literally popped on Netflix one day, and I just decided to watch it. Right, genius. But I was like, I know why they would never have that, because there was, Naragi, he was a psychopath, and he almost raped a chick once. And there's just multiple things that I don't think they would allow in the writer's room to begin with, right? Now, that being said, also Squid Games, right? Another one where it's like, they're just killing people left and right. It's a crazy thing. Squid Games was a good show, right? Why is it that, okay, maybe Saw was it was as on that level. They got like the Final Destination, but how many Final Destinations do they have? They got like 7, 8. Saw. They did like Saw 10 the other day. They're down to like just going like, Seesaw? Can we do that instead of saying Saw 11? Just do Seesaw. Yeah, run it. It's can't lose money. Run it. They just have that shit where it just it's consistently doing what we done last time. What we do last year, we did this. Okay, let's fucking. And to be honest, you know, with music and especially, it's easy to fall into that trap. Obviously, with what I do, Ops the mixtape is going to be. It's like a parody on a parody. It's essentially like the horror movie trilogy. Like, I just released Ops the mixtape volume 13, Friday the 13th, right? And it's Jason with a Jason. It's for the Ops, right? It's for the Ops. You'll get classic hits like Holla Back Ops, you know, the parody on Holla Back Girl by Gwen Stefani. Don't Ya Ops, classic. Pussycat Dolls, Don't Ya Wish Your Girlfriend Was Holla, Don't You Wish Your Oppies Was Raw Like Me. There's Thriller. I parodied Thriller by Michael Jackson and I changed it to Killer, right? And then I parodied Wiggle by Jason Derulo. And just hit him with it, Sammy. Watch him wiggle. Honestly, my genius sometimes baffles me because it's such like it's a silly. It's honestly, it's supposed to be garbage. It's supposed to be silly. It's honestly supposed to. Really, honestly, what it would be. The beautiful thing about my art would be that somebody listens to it and goes, "Wow, I really wanted to kill somebody today." Right, a real gangbanger, and goes, "This music is so shitty and so silly about murdering people that I think it's cringe now. I think it's cringe to murder." And then we just have nothing but peace, love, and tranquility. That's the end goal down the road. That's the far. People listen to them and go, "Oh, wait a minute, killing's not cool anymore." Yeah, Jesus, I was gonna go shoot that Asian shop worker for making fun of my mother. But I mean, you know, that's cringe though. That's cringe. It's corny. It's silly, actually. Honestly, sometimes it might have the opposite effect though. Sometimes people do it. It's like 6'7", right? Whatever the fuck that means, I have no idea. But people just love to say it. But apparently, I think it's 6'7" is the 67th Street in Chicago. 67th Street. 67th Street. And I think it's just gang related. It's one of those. It's just gang. Between you and me, I think it's a gang. I think it might be a gang. But also that was just some guy commenting on the internet, so you never know. Could you really? That guy looked like he is a tweaker. Looked like he just smoked crack and started rapping. That guy looks like the guy that's just you sell fentanyl to. You sell a pack, a bust down pack, and it's really low key just fent. Like, I got the dope ass coke, bro. Oh shit, we got coke. That don't smell like coke. Like, whatever that guy's name is, Wally or something like that. Silly. Skrilly, Skrilla, Skrilla, Skrilly or Skrilly, Skrillito, Skrillato. Music sucks now. Music fucking. It's hard to do. Like, I'm getting shittier and shittier, and I go, these niggas, I can't keep up. It's like, what's his name, Falcon? You know what I mean? Running with Captain America. Like, I'm doing as shitty as possible. This is so shitty. No one's gonna understand. I'm just gonna make it up, and then someone comes by and go 6'7", 6'7", 6. You're like, God damn, man. There's two fronts. Cash Leader's Mediumjay. You know, the shit that I sell, I'm trying to make good music. But there's another thing in hip hop where it's the shittier the better. There's a market for garbage music. There's a lot of garbage people out there that love garbage music, and truly, when a garbage artist relates to their garbage ideas, you gotta be garbage. And it's tough. It's tough to make music for that. There's a lot of people that like garbage. A lot of people that like eating ice cream. I had a milkshake the other day. It's garbage. A milkshake from McDonald's with the fucking cardboard straw, and I was sucking that shit, and it sucks. I was like, this fucking, I taste cardboard in my milkshake. I'm like, it sucks. But did I eat it? Did I drink the whole thing? Fuck yeah, I did. And that's kind of what so what the garbage you're making a milkshake. You know what I mean? Here's a fucking shitty cardboard straw that gets soggy halfway through. The milkshake melts, you know, towards the end, and you're getting nothing but fucking melted ice cream. Suck it up. Suck it up. That's what the music, the intricate music. Obviously, there's the music that I'll sell will probably never be garbage. Unless a big fucking Jew with a big suit comes and gives me a whole lot of zeros at the end of my check. Thanks. L'chaim. L'chaim. A big dumb Jew with a big nose and a fancy suit that makes me question my sexuality because it's a nice suit this Jew has. Very beautiful suit, Jew. Very beautiful. Start rubbing my nipples are getting hard, Jew. Let me open that briefcase up and bam. Woo! Hey man, we may not be attached to gold standard anymore, but I know some people that are, baby. You know what the fuck going on? Whole lot of oh man, I think, you know what, I'm gonna walk back all my comments. I compliment Israel and everything that they're doing. I honestly think Israel is deserved the earth. I think they deserve even the oceans, the moons. Give them heaven, give them hell. Right? I'm trying to get my credit back up, guys. After this podcast released. Holy shit, I'm in good standing. Holy shit, goddamn. I got 800 score. Hey guys, listen, I know here's the way to hack your credit. All you gotta say is Jews are great. That's been the weekend show. The Jews are great. Israel did nothing wrong. Whoa, I'm approved for a $300,000 home. No down payment. What? How'd that happen? What? That's a weekend show. I love you.